The Institute for the Languages of Finland has been collecting place names for over 100 years, and now this marvelous material is being digitized and served to the public.
The new digital name archives open up totally new possibilities to study our place names, the structure and semantics of place names. This means that we can study, for example, the variation of names in multiple ways, the lexical variation, regional variation, and so forth.
What we are looking into now is taking a wiki approach to developing this service. The wiki approach means two things. On one hand, it means that the service will be an open platform for participation. On the other hand, it means that we will be connecting to the web of knowledge. These place names will be connected to other repositories of geographic data, and this way they will find their places on maps. We can connect them to the place names register of the National Land Survey or OpenStreetMap or GeoNames, Wikidata, you name it.
Here in the department we have a long history in different kind of place name studies. Here is a map which shows geographical distribution of one name. And before, this kind of information had to be picked up by hand. And now, using the digital archives, you can do the same thing in seconds.
This, what we have been doing here in Finland, is rather unexceptional regarding international countries and researchers, since we have been systematically collecting our place names in our municipalities and villages. But since in Finland, thanks to our large place name collections, we have been able to study the place name systems and not just kind of individual names. And then again, when it comes to that kind of sociolinguistic matters, we call them socio-onomastic matters, we have been able to study the variation in names, social variation, and also regional variation, lexical variation. Those kind of issues we can study in more thorough way when we have these digital archives in our use. Onomastics place name studies is also a multidisciplinary branch of science, and this is why we should do even more collaboration with other researchers, for example in the history, geography, cultural studies, and so on and so on.
In town planning, we have to plan names for streets, but also for parks and pedestrian routes, and in some cases the plan includes also names for example, islands and bays, like in this area, which is from the archipelago of Espoo. The name Stakavik has been used in two different forms, both Stakavik and sometimes Stakevik, and in the collections of the name archive we try to find out which one of these forms is the more suitable to be used in these modern urban names. In our city we have quite good name collections from different times. The oldest collection is from 1915, and then there are name collections from 1960s and 1970s.
These new digital name archives open up very exciting and new opportunities for our students to collect place names themselves. They can collect, for example, place names in their own home surroundings, in their summer cottages surroundings, and in that way also got this experience, received this experience in collecting place names themselves?
We are inviting people to contribute their knowledge to this collection. They can either enhance knowledge that is presented in the collection, or they can bring new knowledge about new places or old places, or historical places from their childhood or places they know, or current places, urban places. When ready, this service will provide marvelous opportunities of locating documents and pictures through the names. It can serve this data that it has collected through APIs for different users, so that they can use it in their services. This will be of great interest to genealogists or local historians and local heritage associations who have as their the mission to research these, but also for anyone who is interested in areas around and personal history or history around you.